Hey guys, Chris back with you again, and welcome to the Tecumseh Trail. Tecumseh Trail is about a 40-mile trail that runs through Morgan, Monroe, and Brown counties, and we are doing this today. I've got my buddy Vince in the background there, and Brian over there, and we're getting our packs ready, and we're getting to get started. This is day one, and so we are bringing you along with us on this adventure. We're pretty stoked about it. So come along with us.
They've run this race for like 30 years, 35 years, something like that. Only, I think, 11 people have.
Okay, we're about a mile in, a little over a mile. Spirits are still high. We're still feeling pretty good. And I'm actually leading, which is just really odd. But you can better believe when we hit that first piece of elevation, I'll be taking my rightful place in the back. But right now, it's not been too bad. So we're going to carry on. We're still in Morgan Monroe State Forest, obviously. And a lot of logging going on here. But not for profit logging, this is disease logging. We are about 6.5 miles into the trail, and we are actually located at a backcountry spot that I was trying to get to last weekend, but I forgot where it was. And I think we think we're on Greasy Creek, and so we're gonna go till about 8 miles, and everybody's feeling good.
Yes.
We're making good time.
Great weather.
Great weather. So we will see you when we get to camp. Guys, we are about 8 miles into the trail now, and we're almost to camp because we're only going to do about 8 miles today. We're waiting for our friend Steve to catch up to us. So the campsite we have in mind, if it's available, is a backcountry site that is next to a creek. So if we can get that campsite, it'll be awesome. But this trail has been fun so far. We're starting to get into a little more rough stuff now, but it's nothing major. Not like the adventure hiking trail at all. So we'll get more at camp. And we have made it to camp, ladies and gentlemen. We are close to the creek. And check out this absolutely awesome campsite. It's got a nice fire ring. It's got benches. It's got good trees for hammocking. So I'm going to. So this is where we're going to be spending the first night. And Brian found this one. Actually, I've seen this one, but I didn't know how great it was because people were always here.
Oh, this is my campsite.
Oh, okay, this is Riddle Point.
No, it's burnt pine. That's what I call it.
Yeah. So you guys are going over there?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to stay by the fire. So yeah, Vince and Brian are going over there.
I went the hard way.
But I am going to stay over here by the fire. So we will be setting up now. Pretty exciting. Here's my setup for the night. I've got a tarp that is as tight as a drum. So I'm going to go over to the bad side of the tracks and check out Vince and Brian's setup.
Check out the refugee camp.
There's Vince's naked leg.
That's an extra 100 views right there.
Absolutely.
That's going to be the thumbnail.
So we're going to go over here where they have set up and we're going to check out what they got going on. What is it? Bear of Maine. Oh, Bayer. Oh, gotcha. Never heard of them. Looks really light. So there is Brian's setup. And he's got his tarp ready to go. We are not supposed to get rain tonight, but he's got it set up just in case. And here is Vince's setup. He's got a Kelty Noah tarp and a bridge hammock. I think this is the Roar bonnet. It's his bridge hammock. Pretty nice. Looks pretty comfortable, actually. And he's got his ground tarp there. So that is their setup. So we're just, it's about 4 o'clock. We're now just sitting around camp. We're going to start collecting firewood. We're waiting on Steve to get here. And we are having just a great time. We're having more fun than you. I just want to just put that right out there. But you could be having fun like this too. So this random drifter drifted into our camp. So we're watching him set up his tent. We didn't give him permission to set up his tent, but he's, you know, we felt bad for him.
Yeah, he can't really sit in packing.
So
He looks like he's hiked a long distance.
and you can see his tent from space. I can't believe you caught up to us, dude. Again.
Man, you're a damn diesel truck.
Yeah, sure.
Carrying 50 pounds.
If you could have saw me on that ascent coming off the backcountry parking lot, snot, spitting every 5 minutes. I was like, I don't think it's ever going to go down again.
Dinner time around the campsite. And Steve has his little Primus stove, and you're eating beef flavor rice sides.
With some dried beef mixed in.
Nice. What are you eating? I forgot.
I got home dehydrated spaghetti and meat sauce.
Yep, that's right, with extra sauce.
With extra sauce.
Vince likes extra sauce.
Yep, it's not quite born yet.
And Brian is also dehydrating a home-cooked meal. That looks really good.
Chili.
And pasta.
A little ground beef in there.
He'll let us know in a few minutes if it's good.
Yeah, you'll know.
I'll be turning the camera back
I forgot
on.
my Fritos though. I wanted to bring a little bag of Fritos. with us.
Completed it.
And
Yeah.
I forgot those.
And I'm having my home-cooked concoction of steak, broccoli, peppers, onions. So pretty excited about that. And I'm borrowing Vince's spoon because I forgot my spoon. But beautiful out right now. We're gonna have a fire here in a little bit as soon as we get our bellies full. So how long did that take you?
Here, man, you want
7
clamper?
minutes probably. 6 minutes.
Here, man. You want clamper?
Oh yeah. I always forget to pull out the handles on here.
Very nice.
Watch me spill it.
Don't worry there.
So we'll be back later when Brian dehydrates his meal, and when Vince does, and we'll get a readout on what's going on there. Here's the follow up to the dehydrated brothers. Vince, tell me your honest opinion about your spaghetti and sauce.
Oh, it turned out really well. I am very pleased with it.
Sweet,
Just like Mama made.
looks good.
Real good.
All right, Brian,
Oh, look at this.
your masterful chili. It looks good.
If you wouldn't have forgotten your spoon, you could have a bite.
Here, I'll use my human spoon. And have you taken a bite of yours yet?
Yes, and it is it's outstanding. It's phenomenal.
Is it salty?
It's salty. Looks good though.
You're gonna have to drink a gallon of water after that. And they're flying behind me and they're hitting the wall right here, and I can feel the pieces of plate hitting me, and just like.
Hey, good morning. Just started day 2, and I'm getting ready. It's about 7 in the morning. Getting ready to get out of the hammock, and we got us a 12-mile day to the next campsite. So let's get the day started. What do you say? Let's go.
Watch it.
Yeah. Day 2. We are setting out, and we got 12 miles today. So we got that to look forward to.
Yay!
We slept great. A little chilly this morning, but we're in good spirits right now. Come see us later. Everybody all right back there?
Everybody's good.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. He made it.
I'm just chilling, man. Just taking it easy this morning.
So this is our bailout point, so if you want to change your mind, you go that
There's
way.
the door out, huh? No, I'm good.
Point of no return.
Yeah. This is, if you want to bail out. Bear Lake. It's a very pretty small lake, but you can get water here. And the trail actually goes, we think it goes down this way, but this, you can actually park here at this parking lot up top and then come down this connector trail.
Yeah, you make a weekend of it. How about spend the night and hike back? Still a good trail though. He's standing right there.
I was like, they gotta hear me. I'm breathing like a fuck.
We made it to Fox Den Shelter. We're having a little lunch. I don't mind saying that last hill about kicked my ass. It was kind of brutal getting up here. 6 more miles to camp, 5 more miles to drop. And we anticipate being to camp by about 4:30, something like that. So we're gonna finish up our lunch and rest for a little bit, hit the trail again. We're about 10 miles in from where we left the this morning, from the campsite this morning, and we're about 2 miles from the shelter. So we've got about 3 more miles until we get to the drop. So still trucking along now. We're gonna get this thing done. And that hammock is gonna feel really good tonight. That's for sure. Look at these pines. And we're close to a road right now. We made it to our drop. My legs are hurting. My feet are really hurting and blistering. But we are pretty excited because we only have about, we think about a mile and a half. Of course, it's always that way, isn't it? It's always a mile and a half.
2.2.
But we have to go up that. We got to go to the top of that ridge, we think. So let's take a little gander mountain at our stuff here. So this is Brian's dehydrated stuff.
Meal number 2.
Meal number 2. He's got some Sam Adams in there, or Payday, some ramen. I've got the important thing right here. And I just got my pre-cooked meal and some peanut butter, ramen, tuna, coffee, and oatmeal. What you got? What you got, fool?
Home dehydrated beef and beef burritos with dehydrated sour cream powder. Try that out. Yep. Oh, Snickers bar. I know it was in the
Snickers bar.
Oh, I feel better now. I thought that was in tomorrow's drop. Oh, my day just got better.
Let's see what Steve has. What you got?
Steve's got cigarettes and beer.
That's all you need in life, isn't it?
That's it. No, I got I got some beer, and I got my meal tonight's going to be another north side with a slice of Spam.
Nice.
I got some granola bars in there too.
All right. All right. So we are all. So we're sitting here on this concrete bridge. This is at Indian Hill and 45, Highway 45. And right over here is the Sycamore Land Trust public land. That's where we put our stash. So Nobody will mess with it. Nobody messed with it, so we're kind of happy about that. But we're so close to the campsite, and we are just. I mean, personally, I'm kind of beat. But beautiful, nice little creek here. Okay. We will see you when we get to camp. He do have a swagger. So we made it to camp. We ended up doing actually about 15.5 miles today. That hurt. Now, in my videos, I try to keep things as real as possible, honestly. And I know I don't do bloopers or anything, but that aside, I have to confess to you, my viewing audience, that I am freaking tired. The last part getting here was not quite like the adventure hiking trail, but it was close. So we are set up. We're kind of dispersed tonight in different places, but we are set up. I'm not going to do the tarp tonight, but I got it all set up. And it's going to be an early night. We're all exhausted. But the more we did today, the less we have to do tomorrow, which is nice. So I'm not putting on any airs like I'm this great hiker. This is kicking my butt today. Am I going to give up? No. That's the one thing about it, is that no matter how hard the mileage gets, I don't stop. I will not stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Sorry, you didn't want to see that. So that's now. I'm just trying to be for reals up in here. Right now, I'm gonna go make some dinner and hang out with the fellas for a little bit, and then I may be in bed before night. I'm just that exhausted. The areas that they said were camping areas, nothing but briars and blowdowns and no fire rings, and I sound like a diva, don't I? There were just no fire rings. I don't mean it like that. But the area that they said that you can camp in was ridiculous. There was nothing you could hang from because everything was blown down, and there was no place to put a tent. So I don't know if the map is just old or what. So we chose another place, and we could possibly get in trouble for it. But I can't walk another step. There's some days you just can't. Today is that day. Okay, you don't want to hear it. Rant over. Let's get to the things you really want to hear about. Let's go eat some food and sit by a campfire. Just had dinner, and I soaked my feet in the creek, and that made them feel a lot better. Took 2 sips of whiskey, and now I'm relaxing a little bit in the hammock. The guys have started they got a fire going, but just not feeling it. I need as much sleep and as much recovery time as I can get. So the sun is going down pretty soon. It's about 7:14, so we got about another hour and the sun will be down. Tomorrow we have 10 miles. We think the final day is going to be 8 miles, which we've been averaging about. We've gotten through like 8 miles in about 4 hours, so we're averaging about 2.5 miles an hour. But we don't know we're not real sure what the terrain on the last part of it is. So it's been a pretty good day, pretty hard day, probably the hardest, and it's still worth it. I will still look back on this and say that I did it. Anyway, I'm gonna go join the fellows here in a minute. I just want to relax for a little bit. This is not how I'm gonna sleep, so don't get all worried about that. This is just relaxing time. Enjoying a nice quiet sunset in the hammock. Well, it's kind of quiet. There are gunshots in the background, so it's not that quiet. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I need to go join the guys and talk to them and hang out with them, but man, I've had my dinner and a couple of things of whiskey, and I'm just ready to be done with the day, man. You see over there's Brian's hammock. And then, no, I'm sorry. There's Brian's hammock. And then there's Vince's hammock. And Steve's tent is down over that little ledge there across from Brian's hammock. Or across from Vince's hammock. I can't think straight. But it is getting chilly now, so I think I'm going to put on a coat. Watch the sun finally go down. And get a good night's rest and do it all over again tomorrow. Yeah! Good morning. It is the morning of day 3. Slept really well last night. Needed it too after that day. We are, so far I'm the only one up, but we got 10 miles today. And we'll end up at Yellowwood State Forest campground. So we might get some actual facilities, which is pretty good, because if they have showers, I'm planning on taking one. And then we also get our second drop today. So it's exciting. Stay tuned. Okay, we are getting packed up. Everybody has had breakfast. So we are gonna hit the road here in a little bit. I got up first, so I was the first one to get ready because I got the most sleep. Yeah, we're all just dying and eager to hit the trail.
That'll be a good day.
Better than anything's better than yesterday.
You are definitely correct, sir.
But we're leaving no trace. Yeah, except for Brian, he left a little bit of a trace. Careful where you step, kids. Creek looks real nice. So we determined this is Plum Creek.
I think so. Yeah. I believe it is.
Yeah.
According on that, it's so accurate.
Right. Completely accurate. We are back on track. We are at Prang Pond. We're going to filter out of this pond. As you can see right there. This is the last decent water source until we hit a really large hill. And so we want to make sure and have enough water. So we are back on track. Like I said, we got a little sidetracked because of some missing blazes, but we're back on it. Who are these guys?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, if that's how it's going to be.
I'm packing dirty wire. I'm filtering it.
That's where that comes in handy, because you can just throw it out there.
And the trail heads that way, around that way.
It's not bad, oh, look at that.
It doesn't look too bad.
Straight out of the pond.
That's not bad. Take a drink.
Yeah.
Check out this view. This is a real pretty area. Thought I'd give you guys a view. Very windy up here on the ridge. Beautiful views though. Absolutely beautiful. Greetings from the trail. We are hanging out with a few folks. Steve's over there being respectful against a tree. Or I mean, Brian is, while Steve is leaning up against a gravestone drinking a beer.
Hiker trash, buddy. Hiker trash.
You crossed that line to hiker trash. You've done it today.
Vince and I are sitting on a prayer bench for the Gusses, and we're just we just got our second drop, and
You made a third drop.
I made a third drop. Poop humor, it's great. So we're getting ready to hit the trail again in a few minutes, and we got 2.5 miles until we get to the campsite, we think. The map has not been correct yet. So we will catch you later on the trail or at the campsite. We are on the trail, 2.5 miles to camp. And we're walking through this beautiful pine grove. Probably not. So here is Yellowwood Lake. We are on the lake trail, which is also the Tecumseh Trail. And we took an extended break earlier. And now we're just heading down to the campsite. And the thing is, we have to hike the entire length of this lake in order to get there. So that is what we're doing. Okay, beginning of day 4. We are up, awake. We've had breakfast. We have our stuff packed. We're getting ready to get on the trail. About 8.5 miles today to the car, but that will be, then we'll be done. We will have completed it. So we'll see when we get on the trail. I have very little battery left on this camera. I might have to switch to my other camera. So I'm sorry if it goes away from 4K. So we're about 3.5 miles from the car, and we made the decision to drop our packs and slack pack it for a while and then come back and get them just for time, so we can make better time over the elevation gains. But we got about another hour walking, maybe an hour and a half, and we'll be at the car, and this journey will be over. And I am tired. 4 days of accumulation of I don't know how people on the AT do it. I'm a tired pup. Anyway, more later. So we did a lot of miles in the past 4 days, but we're done. For 40 plus, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh yeah.
We ended up coming to the I parked in the wrong spot, so we added on another 1.5 miles.
Just
But
fun.
just for fun, you know.
Just so we can.
I bet we did close to 50.
I bet so too.
So, right. So, it's worth it. It's hard, but once you get done, you're so glad you did it. And I want to thank you guys for this. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate the invite, man.
Yeah. So, always remember, get out there, explore, and
Peace!